Good morning again.
Good morning.
We did some research on pixelating.
Right.
And what we learned is it's not us, it's Facebook.
It's on the Facebook side. There's a lot of people complaining about it. I don't know. I mean, do we gradually try to move over to YouTube
Yeah,
Live?
I don't know. Maybe we move to YouTube Live or you move to something else, somewhere else. If you guys know of a better platform for us to do this on, where that has a stronger video ability, let us know, and we'll move our R&R journey stuff over there, because if this is going to pixelate, I mean, it's great you guys can hear us, but it doesn't help you if you can't see us. Like, that's not fun.
Right.
So anyway, good morning. Hi.
Good morning. Yes.
It is the day after Christmas. Hi, Sean. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So tell them again about your workout.
So again, starting from the beginning, today I did biceps, I did forearms, I did abs, and I did some lower back. And I had a good workout. I had a lot of energy, so that was good.
That's good. I did legs. I started out really, really slowly. I only did 40 lunges, which you guys know I usually do like 140. So I only did 40 lunges. Then I talked to Lisa for a little bit. And then I actually got into the weight room and was going to do some lifting. And the 6 people who were in there were all on the machines I wanted to use.
There was 6 people in the gym.
It was so quiet, but everybody was doing legs.
Right.
So I was able to finally get on the machines I wanted, and toward the end I did have a good workout. So it turned out to be okay, even though it started out really slowly. Right. So that was good.
Well, that's good, yeah, absolutely.
What are you having for breakfast?
I'm having oatmeal. That threw me off, as it always does. I'm having oatmeal with my usual hemp seed, chai seed, blueberries, amla, spirulina, banana, some sunflower seeds, and some pumpkin seeds.
Yep. And I didn't know what to eat today, so I'm having oatmeal too. So, such is life. I don't usually eat oatmeal, but today I am because I didn't know what else to eat.
It looks very similar to mine.
Yeah. So, it's good, except I added dried cranberries, which do have some sugar in them. But it's yummy, so it's okay. Mm-hmm. It's all good.
And you have some almond milk, right?
I did. I made mine with almond milk when you make yours with water. Right. So that's the difference with mine. I have a little more of a sweet tooth than he does.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't have a big sweet tooth, but I never did.
So what did you eat for Christmas dinner?
Oh, boy, well, it turned out pretty good, right? I mean, so kudos to my sister-in-law who actually made us tofu
stuffed shells.
Stuffed shells.
So she made cheese shells for everybody else, and she actually made tofu for us, which was really sweet. Like, it was really nice of her to make them, and they turned out really good, and they were yummy.
Exactly.
And I brought up the pea soup that I made. If you guys want to see that recipe, it's over on the R&R Journey page. I posted pictures and the recipe and the tweaks I made to it.
And that was a big hit.
It was. Everybody ate it.
There wasn't anything left in any of the bowls.
No, so that was good.
Yeah, that was good. And then I did have a little bit of the regular pasta with the cheese.
Yes.
Not much, but I had,
Yeah, one shell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have any of that.
And then I had some stuffed mushrooms, which basically was stuffed with breadcrumbs, that type of thing.
And his mom made meatballs and sausage, but we didn't eat
those. No, that's a little bit too much for me. And what else I had?
Cheesecake.
Well, I had the cheesecake. I was trying to figure out what else I had before I got to the cheesecake.
I had some salad.
I didn't have any of the salad for some reason, but I know there were some other types of the stuffed peppers, so stuffed mushrooms, stuffed peppers, and again, it's all stuff with like vegetable stuff, not
breadcrumbs,
not meat of any kind.
Sean, I see your question about eyes. I would have to look into that some. As long as you're eating whole food and lots of vegetables, that's going to be your best bet.
Right, exactly.
So yeah, I thought we did really well for Christmas. You had a couple of
glasses
of wine.
Yes, I had a couple glasses of wine. I had a nice piece of cheesecake.
Yep.
It was like that.
I took a picture of it, so I'll post that on the R&R Journey page. I'll post a picture of his cheesecake with the strawberry swirl in it.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good.
I have no regrets.
No, and you know what? If you guys watched our video from yesterday, that's exactly what we said. Right. Yesterday was a day of celebration, and your weight and your health is not made or broken on one day.
One meal even. Because that's all it really was.
Right.
Because we had our normal breakfast before we left.
Right, but we didn't fast yesterday. Monday's usually a fasting day for us. So, I hope you enjoyed your holiday and didn't feel guilty about whatever you ate. And now today we're back on the bandwagon.
That's right.
Doing the whole food plant-based thing.
That's right.
So that's good. Your businesses are closed this week.
Yes.
And mine is quiet this week because obviously my clients don't have a lot going on, so it's pretty quiet. So we're going to be doing some reading. Yesterday, on the way up to New Jersey to his mom's, I was reading this book out loud to him, Forks Over Knives Plan. So, and I wanted to share something in it with you that's, there's some very interesting stuff in it, but one thing in particular, the one that I noted on here about Americans getting fatter and fatter, and then it's not about being undisciplined. And I think that that's something that we do a lot of in this country, is we blame people for being fat, like they're undisciplined and they don't exercise, and how they let them get themselves that way. And this book makes an interesting point. It says that body weight is a function of food choice, and that is definitely true, but that societal obesity is not about people becoming less disciplined, because as a society, we've gotten much more obese in the last 30 years, and it's not that humans have suddenly become less disciplined. No. What they're saying is that instead, the food supply is becoming concentrated and calorie dense.
Right.
So you're eating more calories with less volume, which makes you feel hungry, so you end up eating more volume of calorie-dense food.
And it's actually a good diagram. It might be hard to see on the screen.
Yeah, I don't know if I can show
So it talks about calorie-dense food doesn't really fill up your stomach. So you're feeling like.
So if you eat oil, it's like this one over here.
Yes.
But if you eat whole foods, then it's like this one. So they were actually saying in this book that one of the things that they run into with people who first start doing whole food plant-based is that people are so used to restricting their food intake and having portion control that they don't eat enough calories, because there's, when you eat whole food, especially when you eat the starches and that kind of thing, the potatoes, the sweet potatoes, the tubers, which are great for you, it's easy to say, oh, those are bad, because that's the impression we've gotten.
And it's like what you were reading out loud when he talks about, so if you're used to eating the steak, which is calorie dense, and I mean, like, it's astronomical numbers between those and whole foods.
Right.
Your stomach is not getting full, but you're eating a lot of calories. And he says, like, and so if you go to a whole food plant-based diet, you may have to eat, you not only eat that one potato, but you might need 2, 3, or 4 of them.
Potatoes
To get full. So think about that when you're eating potatoes. Like, wow, I could eat actually 4. So the concept, and I think, and I mentioned to you earlier this morning, is that the perception of whole food plant-based dieting is that you're going to eat a lot of
kale.
Leaves and twigs. You know what I mean?
And you don't. It's not leaves and twigs.
You don't. I mean, the soup
there are
you
some
made,
leaves and twigs.
Right. The shepherd's pie you made, the pasta I make. That's some good food, and
it's really
filling.
Good food. It's very filling.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting thing, that when you switch to eating whole foods, that you can, and they encourage you to eat until you're satiated, eat until you're comfortably full, because you need that caloric intake.
Right.
And it's very different than when we're eating, fats and that kind of thing.
What's Allie saying?
Hey, Allie, she's tagging people.
Oh.
So I'll look at that later and respond to it later. So this is a great book. I will definitely keep you guys in the loop as I continue to read it. It has recipes in the back, some of which I've made. The one that I made that was awful is actually in here.
She won't be making that one.
I won't make that one again. The mushroom gravy they had, it was terrible. So I won't make that one. But I'll keep you guys in the loop as we continue to read that one. The other thing that I'm reading is this one, and I'm not reading this one out loud, but The Hacking of the American Mind. This one was recommended to me by Veronica, someone I know here on Facebook. And I've only read the first chapter and a half, and I'm already so into it. It's so awesome. And it talks about the difference between pleasure and happiness, and how big food, big pharma, and big government are really pushing the pleasure idea.
Right.
And the problem with that is that pleasure is short-lived. Pleasure is what dopamine is, and you want more of that. So you can get addicted to pleasures: food, sex, drugs, alcohol. So pleasures are addicting. Happiness is a long-term thing, and it's a serotonin-based, which is the neurotransmitter. And the serotonin says, I enjoy that, I don't need any more of it. And so you can't get addicted to happiness. And what's happening is that marketers are pushing pleasure as happiness, and that's creating unhappiness, depression, and addiction. Right. And so we have to be responsible for our own happiness and stop confusing pleasure with happiness.
Well, we're in an instant gratification society. Right?
We are, yep.
And that's, people just want that quick, make me happy now, and I'll worry about later.
And that's big profit for the companies that can push pleasure as happiness. Big food, big pharma, big government. It's big profit. Yep. And that's a super unfortunate situation. So I'm super into this book, The Hacking of the American Mind. Thank you, Veronica, for posting about it, because I'm really enjoying reading it. And it talks about how the pleasure, the sugar, and everything that is being pushed on us is causing obesity and diabetes. and we have to learn to recognize pleasure versus happiness.
Right. Yep.
So I will keep you in the loop about this book too, because I'm really enjoying it. And that because this week is slow work-wise, I'm hoping to get. I have a stack of probably 9 books.
She gets texts like every day from the library. You got a book here for you.
So I need to read them. So I'm going to be doing that. And as I told you guys, the certification that I'm getting to be a whole food plant-based nutritionist starts on January 3rd. So you guys will be hearing about that as well.
Right. I'll be getting the fringe benefits of that.
Yeah. So I'm super excited to become certified in whole food plant-based nutrition.
Right.
So I think that's what we wanted to share with you today.
Yeah.
Thank you for all of you for joining us. Thank you, Laura, for telling us that we were pixelating earlier, and I guess restarting it fixed that.
Hopefully it didn't happen again.
That's awesome. It's very annoying that Facebook does that. We need to fuss at them.
Yeah. So right now we did discover that it is a Facebook issue.
It is a Facebook issue. It's not
we upped our service. I mean, we got almost 100 megabytes upload, which should be more than enough.
Plenty. Yeah.
For this,
so we will definitely stay in touch. We'll be back tomorrow morning with after our workout. That's one thing about even taking the week off. We still get up, and this is on him. This is his fault. Get up at 5 minutes to 6 and go to the gym. So we'll be back at our regular time at 9:15 tomorrow.
Yes, we will.
And I'll tell you about what I've learned and what we're doing and what we're eating. And if you have questions, comments, definitely let us know. And if you're enjoying these videos and getting benefit from them, please do share, tag your friends, let them know, because the more people that we can touch and help create more happiness and less pleasure addiction, the better
and
it is.
this week will give me a lot of time to make some real headway on our
We're going to work really hard on our website this
We're already
week.
working on the HTML, so it's moving along.
And we're going to do the videos so you guys can see the videos of our workouts too. So that's coming along. I know we've been promising it, but it is coming along.
And so we also like to hope that everybody had a great Christmas.
Yep.
And for those that are off this week, I know this is a huge week for people taking off. I'm taking off this week. Hope you have a great vacation. And looking forward to the new year, right?
Yeah, it's going to be
exciting.
There's
a whole week to talk about that.
We'll talk about that for sure.
So with that, we will say, eat real food, not too much, mostly plants. Have a great day,
Have a good one, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Where's my mouse?
Oh.
It's over here. I lost my mouse.
I hate when I run away.